Now I'm going to expose a number of accounts and people that are actually exploiting Shanquellas. And one of the girls that looks like meant to be on this trip to Cabo is acting suspect. I also have a correction in this video, so keep watching so I can explain that to you near the end. So it is really important to know what is fake, because basically when tragedy happens and it goes viral, etc., you have a thing called internet vultures. These are people that do certain things for a motive. Number one is, now there's an account on Instagram pretending to be Shanquella's mother. I believe this has already been spoken about, but I don't think it's pushed out enough, because there's a lot of people on Instagram still under the comments of this account believing to be Shanquella's mother when it's not. It's very noticeable to tell that this is not Shanquella's mother, because when you go down and actually see the first post around the time when the story first went viral, you guys will see that the pictures that this person used was not actually Shanquella. This was the model that Shanquella used for her boutique show. Why would her own mother mistaken what her daughter looks like? That's not going to happen. And a lot of misleading information has came from this Instagram page. And in fact, they actually blocked me after I called them out on their bullshit. Now what's weird about this is that this person is not really gaining anything from this, because like, who would go on there and pretend to be Shanquella's mother, right? They're not putting a GoFundMe account that I can see, nothing. And all I can say is that there's weird, sick individuals on the internet that like to get attention. And that's the only thing I can think of, unless they plan to do something later on in the future with this IG account. Make sure you share this, guys, because people really need to know that that account is not Shanquella's mother. Number two is Champagne. Champagne is a person on Bingo, looks like a new person trying to gain followers and attention on there. She actually pretended to be Shanquella's cousin.
And then it was just, I come on Bingo to get away from a lot of bullshit going on. You feel me? And to just see her on Bingo, bro, that's hurt.
Who this beautiful girl was. Like, who is your cousin? Like, who is she?
Yeah. Shanquella was 25 years old, y'all. She was a boss bitch.
And continue to spread false information on the site.
Then after they killed her, they took her credit card and went out to the club. That's when the money part coming up at about them stealing. They stole her money, and they stole her credit card and went out to the club. Came back, while she was dead now, they put pajamas on her because she was naked. They put pajamas on her, put her up in the chair, like propped her up in the chair like she was woke type shit, first of all. You feel me? And they went out to the club, came back, the next morning, they called 911, hung up the phone, they got their shit, they got on the plane and came back to the Charlotte.
This lady Champagne is acting as if she was speaking to Shanquella.
You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna be some hate right there already. Yeah. But she looked out for everybody. She paid for the whole trip. That's why when she said she was ready to go home, that's why they jumped on her. Because she said, I'm ready to go. I'm not dealing with this. I'm finna burn out. I'm finna check out. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, pack y'all shit. Let's go. They ain't none of that. So they bullied her.
How do you know Shanquella told everyone that? This is just a person who's trying to trick everyone to thinking that she is an important value because she holds certain information on Shanquella when really she's not, and a lot of the stuff is misinformation on the internet.
It's running around talking about she's Shanquella's cousin, and she's not nobody to the family. The family don't even know who she is. Mr. Bernard said, Gerald, I don't even know who she is. I saw it on TikTok. I'm saying here like.
So yes, you have people that really genuinely don't care and they're just using the situation for their selfish selves. Number three is pretending to be dejanae. So an account later on came up pretending to be dejanae and that she was going to charge everyone for an exclusive interview. This was clearly a scam to gain some money and trick the people that were mostly invested and wanted information. Now, when I saw this account, I needed to figure out if this person was fake or not, and a big part of me was like, this person's fake, so I'm gonna lead this person into a trap to really pinpoint that this person is not who they say they are. So what I did was send $1 to the person's Cash App to get her attention, telling her to read my message on Instagram, because I can imagine she probably had a lot of messages. She then returns the message back and we try to organize an interview. So I basically say that I will pay her and we can do the interview and we can sign a contract. Therefore, you can trust me. You can sign this contract And after the interview, I will give you the sum of money that you want. Because you shouldn't just throw your money at someone and then to find out that that person's not real. To give them a contract, they're most likely going to trust me because this is a legal document, we can sign it, and if I don't pay you, you can take me to the courts, right? Anyway, she came up with some excuse. Apparently someone else scammed her. So that puts her in the hole. She basically says that someone already tricked her, which means someone has an interview with her out there, which I knew no one did. This person is fake, trying to have excuses and justifications so I can give my money to her first. So she put herself in a hole, because if this interview doesn't come out, then you clearly are fake and you are scamming everyone. But I wasn't able to call her out because the broke hoe ended up deleting her Instagram. Number 4 are rappers. Now, a lot of artists, for some reason, think it's appropriate to promote their music on Shanquella's tagged IG page, even though it has nothing to do with her at all. This is a way to get more exposure onto their music, etc. And it's really sad that people really try to take advantage of someone's suffering to get value off it without giving any type of value back or trying to get justice. Like, these are just selfish individuals that don't care. Okay, so let's go into the correction. So as you guys know, in part 2 on Everything Explained with Shanquella, I had a live stream of Instagram of 3 people.
Alright, so yes, she did have a fight that y'all see that's going viral.
It's really weird. Again, a lot of people on the internet are very weird. We have people pretending to be Shanquella's mother, for example, and not even getting anything out of it. They just want attention as if they're Shanquella's mother. Well, in this instant, we had that live stream on the video where we thought it was Winter and Alyssa, right? There's a video of Winter Donovan doing interviews at one of the places where she studied, and the accents are very different.
Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you a couple of questions? All right. You know what OCD is. Okay. Can you elaborate on that as well?
Take you out of the bed. Chloe didn't want to.
Yeah. Do you know what OCD is? Do you think that you have experienced OCD or anxiety before?
They're just trying to cover it up with a broken spine and whatever else they're saying.
Hey, how are you today? Good. That's good. All right. Do you know what anxiety is? But it's like really obsessive. Like somebody has OCD, it's not just a regular, like, you know, it's like obsessive. Do you know anyone or have you ever experienced anxiety or OCD?
I was not fighting in the video, so
maybe the accent changed, I don't know. I found the original video of that IG live, so I found that the account's name was Winter Backup. And when I went into her followings, I realized she was following Alyssa Finster, who was also following her back, and someone named The Big Jazia. Now, she is from North Carolina. Looks like she's promoting crusty wigs. And all her pictures are not there. She has 0 posts. And I find that interesting. Now, the only reason why I find this so interesting is that out of the 2, this is the most oldest account. And is the only account that Winter and Alyssa is following. She was also in the live, as you can tell here, the same feet. But why would she be in the live if she wasn't there? And if this is Winter, then what is her involvement? Why is she in this live talking about the situation or listening? Like, what is her role in all of this, if this really is Winter? I have found some people that are also following her back, and I have messaged them and left a comment on their posts to hopefully get some answers of who is behind this account. Like, who is this person? I guess they don't want to message or comment back. Some of them are active, and I know they would have seen my thing because they don't get that much traffic to their IGs. And some of them are not active, but who knows, maybe they will see it. But hey, maybe you guys can help me and go message those people that I message and leave them a lot of comments and ask them, hey, do you know who this Jalea person is? I feel like for some reason she holds the key to those 2 accounts. And Winter's account is actually still active and it's private, but why would she use a fake account and not her real account like Nazir did, for example? And I also found someone that was friends with Shanquella and who is also friends with Wenta and dejanae. Like, this girl actually went on vacation with them to Cancun. I found her because Shanquella actually tagged her in her IG story because it looks like that she was supposed to be at this trip. I messaged her on Instagram and I also left the video on her timeline on one of her posts so we can get a confirmation. Is this Winter's voice? Yo, this is Editing Martin, and guys, she has actually blocked me on her Instagram and she has removed the post of me asking if that was Winter's voice. I was very respectful in the DM, so there's really no reason to block me, but this is very suspect to me. Now, the next one is her ex-boyfriend. This one's kind of controversial because a lot of people believing that this is her boyfriend. According to the NCB, it's been confirmed that this is not her boyfriend.
He's her ex-boyfriend. He's a has-been. He's not her current boyfriend, and he was not her boyfriend at the time of her passing. I mean, I'm sure he's hurt just as her real boyfriend is hurt.
Now, in the interview that they did with this channel, they were really strongly indicating that they were in a relationship with Shanquella.
I just want to ask the question for the people just in case. Why didn't you go?
Why didn't I go? The first day
you trusted him with your girl. Did he even show you any remorse?
I just kept pressing him. I kept pressing him.
But even on his Twitter, it indicates that he implies that he is single, which means he's not in a relationship with anyone. This man is also an artist, so it makes me think, did this guy do all of this just to get attention for his music? I just highly doubt that, because when the information came back and the guy that even interviewed him spoke out about the situation, he has not said anything. He has gone mute. And if he has, shine a light on it, because I haven't seen it. I hope you learned a lesson from this, because there are people out there that are going to take advantage of your emotion to gain something from it. Now, if you haven't seen my whole breakdown of the situation, you can take that out here or subscribe with notifications until I upload another video. Anyway, guys, peace.